What's up guys, and welcome back to the channel. This is Key Woodworks and my name is Nick. I'm in my home studio today. I'm gonna be working on my Fender Jazz bass. Let me go grab it. So here is my Fender Jazz bass. It is the Mexican jazz bass, which means it speaks just a little bit of Espanol. Muy pequeño. Or is it poquito? No sé. Anyways, let me give you a little bit of a rundown of what I've done to customize this thing and make it mine. So I started out with the pickups. I replaced them with some Lindy Fralins, and then I moved over to the pots and changed those out with some RS Guitar Works vintage pots. I also upgraded the bridge and the tuners, and it's currently set up with some flat wound strings because everybody needs one bass with flat wounds, right? So here's how she sounds. So I just love playing this bass. It plays amazingly and it sounds really good, at least to me anyways. I do have one really big hang up about playing this bass, and it's the neck. See, these Fenders that come out of Mexico have a really high gloss polyurethane finish on them. And while that's great for protection and whatnot, after about 30 to 45 minutes of playing hard, my hands can get a little clammy and sweaty, and then they start sticking to that finish on the back of the neck. So I'm gonna try and alleviate this situation in the shop today. Let's head out there now and see what I can do to fix this. Out here in the shop, and I've got my bass guitar up on my outfeed table. I've got a neck support block and a towel under the body. That towel is just there to raise up my bass to make it a little bit more level, easier to work on. Most people will put down the towel so they don't nick and scratch and ding up their instrument. I really don't care with this because I actually had someone relic this body and make it look road worn. So if it gets dinged up, that's actually a good thing. So for this quick project, I'm gonna be using two sanding sponges from 3M. They're fine and they're super fine. I don't know why they decided to name these things. I mean, most people have grits, like 400 grit and 1,000. And I'm pretty sure that's what these actually equate to. The fine is close to 400 and the super fine is close to 1,000. And that's really all I need for this quick project. But I wanna use these sanding sponges because when you turn over the guitar to the back of the neck, there is a C shape on the back of this neck, and I don't want to mess up that shape. So I want to keep this so it feels great. And the only way you can do that is with a sponge that will wrap around the neck. So along with the sanding sponges, I'm gonna be using this True Oil. Now, I got recommended this from a buddy of mine that works on guitars a lot, and he uses this on his necks. It's actually a gunstock finish. It's a mixture of BLO and some other stuff, I think. Don't quote me. So after I finish sanding this neck, I'll apply this True Oil, let it penetrate, give it 24 hours to set up and dry, and then come back and buff it, and it will be good to play. So let's get to sanding. So the first thing I'm gonna do is move my neck support to underneath my headstock so I get a little bit of room right here. I'm not gonna sand the entire neck from the body to the tuners, just to where my hand reaches. So about here to here. Some people will put painter's mask right here and here to stop themselves from sanding too far. I think I can handle just stopping right here and here. First with the fine, I'm just gonna cup the neck, go nice and light. I can already tell that just a couple strokes has knocked down that finish quite a bit, and you can see that poly is building up on my sponge. All right, that's starting to feel really good. I'm gonna move over to the super fine sponge. All right. That feels really nice. Really smooth, that's gonna be really fast. I'm gonna wipe off all this sanding dust and get ready for some True Oil. So this stuff is supposed to be really simple to apply. Just a little bit on a cloth. Gonna dab it in and then just rub it on. All right, the True Oil is on.
I'm gonna let it sit for 24 hours to dry, and then I'll come back and buff it, and then I'll take it back into the office and see how she feels.
All right, it's been about 24 hours and I just finished buffing out the back of the neck with a brown paper bag, and all that did was knock out any dust nibs that settled in the finish as it dried. And let me just say, this thing is smooth, so smooth. Feels amazing. It really reminds me of my Music Man over my shoulder here that has a nitro finish, and it's just so satiny and smooth. I really like how that True Oil finished up and dried. It's really nice, really nice. I'm gonna love this bass even more now. I should have also prefaced this video by saying this is not just for bass guitars. Any guitar with a neck that has a urethane or polyurethane finish, that high gloss finish, you can use this method and break it down and get a nice, fast, smooth neck. Hey, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, I would love it if you gave me a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed already, consider doing that. I would really appreciate it. Until next time, we'll see you.